Welcome to the American Dream, a real show, not a reality show that started right here in San Diego, America's finest city. But now we're going to take you into your own market for real stories of real neighborhoods through real professionals. I'm your host, Craig Sewing. Let's start the American Dream right now. Welcome to the American Dream, a real show, not a reality show. The real estate, the lifestyle, the culture.
It's not just about what you're living in, but the community you're going to live in.
High-rise luxury living.
People are the vehicle, people are the connection, people are the expansion.
Helping folks just like you find your dream home.
It just never disappoints.
Real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts. The opportunity to achieve our biggest goals and aspirations.
It's the American Dream.
Today, we're going to explore the mystic and historic small town of Abita Springs, Louisiana. It's a city known for its charming community and outdoor recreation. It's also the perfect place for a bike ride on the Tammany Trace or to enjoy a local craft beer from Abita Brewery. I'm your host, Jamie Mixon-Cure of the American Dream TV, Cell in New Orleans. Next is a bit of a mystery. Let's go see what it is. We are here today at the Abita Mystery House, a truly unique and fascinating attraction in the heart of the city. Inside, you'll find quirky and strange exhibits that will truly defy explanation. So use your imagination because this kooky house is going to be unlike anything you've ever seen before. Let's go! Hey, John.
Hey.
Thanks for having us today.
Thank you. I'm glad you came.
The Abita Mystery House?
Abita Mystery House.
Can you tell us how you created this?
We found a place in Albuquerque, a tourist trap, and I said, wouldn't it be fun to have a tourist trap? I used to paint paintings for a living. I still do, but this is a lot more fun to meet people.
That's awesome. About how many visitors a day do you get?
We get enough to stay open. I don't want to say for tax reasons.
Okay. And how often do you add a unique piece?
Oh, people bring stuff every day, and then I have a flair for decorating.
It's on point. It really is.
Thank you.
I
want you to go in the back.
I can't wait to see what's inside.
It's $5 a person.
It's $5. Okay. Well, there you go.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now that we've concluded our mystery, it's time for a drink, and I know the perfect place. Since 1986, Abita Brewery has been a local staple to the food and beverage industry. It's walking distance from downtown Abita. It's a perfect place to come by for a tour, sample some craft beers, and even hang out after a bike ride. Let's go catch up with the owner. Okay, Dave, so I know wherever there's food, fun, and good times, we're sure to find Abita beer. So can you tell us what your favorite festivals are?
Well, it is festival season, so French Quarter Fest is my favorite. It's a locals festival for locals, and all the great restaurants around New Orleans have food booths and stuff, and great Louisiana acts. It's a great time. I also like Wednesdays at the Square. That's a really fun time, and free concert. And both those are free to go to. So.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm so thirsty. Is it time for taste testing?
Of course.
Let's do it. Oh, perfect. Look at this. Such beautiful colors.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm going in for the strong one.
All right, going first, huh? Look at that.
So we're gonna try the Andy Gator. That's a mouthful. Wow, that doesn't even really taste like a beer. That's good.
I know. It's scary. It will sneak up on you.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah, I like that one. Well, that was tasty. Thank you so much, Mr. David, for taking us on the tour of Abita. I see you at the festivals.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much for joining me today as we explored everything Abita Springs has to offer. Be sure the next time you're in the area to take a bike ride to the Tammany Trace, then pop over to Abita Brewery for a local craft beer, and then go visit the Mystery House to see what they have up their sleeve. I can't wait for you guys to join me on my next episode of American Dream TV, Selling New Orleans. Cheers!
Welcome to River Ridge. We're just minutes away from downtown New Orleans. We're at Ralph DeBaker headquarters at 10015 Jefferson Highway, and we're going to see why Ralph loves this location. Come check it out with me. I'm here with Ralph DeBaker. Ralph, can you tell us how you got your start and why you chose this location?
Sure. Back in 2020, I uploaded a video on TikTok, and I didn't think none of it. I went back 3 months later and had like 2 million views and like 50,000 followers.
Wow. Yeah.
So it was crazy. So that was the start of it. We chose River Ridge because it's quiet, but it's close to the city. So we figured, there's great food out here. So it was like a win-win for us.
It's a great location. And so how did you turn your social media platforms into a successful business?
Yeah, so once we started getting millions of views and the audience started growing, we went ahead and came out with our own Cajun seasoning line. And after that, we started up our website, and now we just push it
And
going.
what is your best seller?
That would be my Ralph DeBaker Cajun seasoning.
Oh, nice. Okay, and what's your website?
RalphTheBaker.com.
And I know that you're Ralph DeBaker, but why are you Ralph DeBaker?
So back in 2008, I got my start baking, and I did that for like birthdays and weddings for about 10 years, and the name just stuck with me.
Mm-hmm. And so I know that you have a lot of women that follow you, but in addition to, you do have a lot of younger people that follow you. What advice would you give them that are trying to start their own social media platforms?
Sure, I would just say you have to pick your niche and stick with it, and make sure that you are on a schedule with uploading the same content the same day and the same time, and it'll grow.
All right, well, thank you so much for having us.
Sure.
All right, thank you. So here we are, just a few blocks down from Ralph DeBaker headquarters. We're here at one of my favorite local yogurt shops, Tutti Frutti, and we're going to see why Scarlett loves this location. Come with me. Hi, I'm here with my friend Scarlett, and she's going to tell us how she got her start.
Hi, so thank you, Trinity, for having me.
Absolutely.
The business has been here since 2011, but all behind this is my daughter, Elsa.
Yes.
And she started working in 2012. In 2016, we took over the business.
Yes, that's nice. That's nice. And so what advice would you give someone else that wanted to start a business like this?
The advice that I would say is to open up a business like this, you have to have a lot of dedication, to be more presence, to be here. This is like a restaurant.
Right.
A lot of the people want to see your face, be in it, and open something that you have passion for it.
Absolutely.
And that would be my advice.
And so we have a little surprise. You opened several other locations.
Well, the other ones have been open also since 2011.
Yes.
And the owner just came up to us about a few months ago if we wanted to take over the one in Metairie and the one in Kenner, which we purchased, of course.
Nice.
So now we have 3 locations. It's River Ridge, Kenner, and Metairie is going to be soon to be announced what location we're going to bring it in.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for having us.
No, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I hope the next time you're in the River Ridge area, you stop in at Tutti Frutti to have a yogurt or shop at Ralph DeBaker headquarters. I can't wait for you to join me on my next episode of American Dream TV. I'm your host, Trinity Keller. See you then.
Welcome to American Dream TV New Orleans edition. I'm your host, David Stewart. Today we're here in Mandeville. It's one of the suburbs of New Orleans. It's 35 miles north of the city across Lake Pontchartrain. It has around 13,000 residents, and it's known for its stellar schools, vibrant lakefront, shopping, and its majestic live oaks. here we are in Old Mandeville. It's situated on the lakefront at the foot of the country's longest bridge with roughly 3,200 residents. It's known for its historic homes, boating, the Tammany Trace, and concerts at the trailhead. Today I'm going to take you to see this property on Albert Street. Let's go check it out. Welcome to Albert Street. Albert Street's valued at about $500,000. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and it's around 2,200 square feet. This right here is originally was used as the formal dining room. These particular owners are now using it as an office and a sitting area. Going through the foyer brings us to an open concept floor plan. It's got a wood burning fireplace, attached breakfast area, and a stunning kitchen that I'm about to show you. The kitchen has a massive breakfast bar, decked-in countertops, GE Cafe appliances, and tile and decked-in backsplash. And this backyard is made for entertaining. We've got a boat/RV carport over here, 2-car garage, a fire pit, hot tub. We've got a dining area and a place to grill/barbecue over here. There's also an herb garden, a sun deck. It's got pretty much everything someone would want. Now that you've seen this really awesome property, let's go check out a really cool hot spot right down the street. So here we are at Bistro Byron's, a really fun neighborhood bistro. It specializes in French flavor with a Louisiana flair. It's a great option for lunch or dinner, and it's for all ages. Their philosophy is homemade is good, real good. Today we're gonna go meet the executive chef, Kyle, to see what he has to share with us. Let's go check it out. So here we are with Kyle Benefield. He's the executive chef of Bistro Byron's. Kyle, tell us a little bit about the restaurant.
So this is a concept out of Baton Rouge. We've been here open 13 years here in Mandeville. You know, our motto here is good, real good, and that's what I try to put on every plate that goes out the kitchen. You know, give every guest that experience of good, real good.
That's awesome. What are you guys typically known for?
We're known for really good drink specials. We have a steak and a wine night on Wednesday nights that we do, and you know, our blue cheese chips are probably our #1 seller here.
I see you brought us out 2 dishes. Tell us a little bit about them.
Okay, so first we have the blue cheese steak. It's 2 filet medallions that we top with our signature blue cheese sauce. Here we have the poulet garni. It's the same Parmesan orzo. It's a grilled chicken breast that has a Cajun cream sauce with sauteed shrimp.
Wow, so you're making me hungry. I think it's about time for us to get lunch. Thank you for letting us come in here today and tell us about your restaurant.
No problem.
And I hope you guys decide to come by and check it out. Thank you for joining me today. And the next time you're in Mandeville, I hope you get a chance to check out Bistro Byron. I'm your host, David Stewart, and I can't wait for you to join me the next time on American Dream TV.
I'm Charlotte Johnson. Today, I am going to take you to a place out in rural Louisiana where we celebrate Louisiana's favorite season up until the end of May. That would be crawfish season. Today, I'm going to introduce you to Chris Penton and Ariel Seal, and they're going to tell you about this hot little spot we have for crawfish. Come on with me. Chris, hey Ariel.
Well, good afternoon.
Hey, how are you? Hey, Chris, tell me something. Why did you get started doing crawfish?
Been boiling crawfish since I was 9 years old with my family. I love crawfish boiling. I love enjoying the interaction with everybody. And just, it's something I love to do.
deal. What's your favorite part of crawfish season?
I think the interaction with our customers. Like, they're going to have fun, right?
Right.
So they're going to bowl with like a group of people. And I just think like being a part of that, like they couldn't do it without us, so like they're having a good time. It's really like a family thing.
So Chris, take me through that process of a crawfish boil and what that entails from the beginning. What's the first thing we do?
Well, you start, we get them into the cooler each day, 7 days a week.
And those just come straight from?
Straight from the
crawfish farm.
Straight from a farm. We're very fortunate to have our own personal farmer. So when we get that process in, we dump them into our vat. Then we turn on a special tank system that I personally built that has we just put aerate the water. Gets them moving.
I jokingly refer to this as Chris's crawfish sauna.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, hey, sometimes I want to jump in with
There you go.
Just a clean.
Oh, look at that.
This is the crawfish whirlpool.
That is a crawfish sauna right there.
Take it from there, go over straight from that vat over to our boiling pot.
Do you season the water you put them in?
Yeah, use a blend of seasons. We got 3 different seasons that we actually do in our recipe. And I can't tell you that because it's a secret. Then we actually do what I call a shake and bake. We add a little more of secret seasoning. It gives it a unique flavor that some people just fall in love with, and that's what we like.
So you've been successful here a long time.
Yes.
So what do you think brings people back here? What do you think brings people out to crawfish season every year?
Quality of your crawfish, the taste of your crawfish, and just a smile. It is.
So the nice thing about crawfish season in Louisiana is that it's a family affair. Easter, birthdays, and an excuse to get together for a crawfish boil. This is my little friend Collier. She's 1 and she loves the crawfish. Huh. So the ideal crawfish season is probably April, crawfish, March.
April, May.
April, May?
Yes, getting into that March, April, May is superb.
Let me know when it's ready.
It's getting there. He's getting his final
Let me
touches
know.
on there. We're almost there. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sure you're ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sure you're ready?
I am ready. Oh, I know how to do this. Look at that. Pinch that tail.
Pinch tail. And what else you do?
You got
the head. The head.
Chris, you did it again.
Awesome.
Your crawfish are absolutely the best I've ever had.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for taking us through your process.
Hey,
Let's go serve it up to these people, okay?
Hey y'all, welcome to American Dream TV Selling Louisiana. My name is Lindsay Keene and I'll be your hostess today, and I am taking you down the Pearl River into the swamps. We're about 45 minutes north of the city of New Orleans in a town known as Pearl River. Now this river actually begins up in Jackson, Mississippi, where its headwaters are, and it meanders about 444 miles down between the state lines of Louisiana and Mississippi. Louisiana gets the West Pearl, Mississippi gets the East Pearl. But more importantly, it is considered to be one of the most important ecological systems in the state of Louisiana. And I'm going to take you deep into the swamps and show you what lives out here and how we live, play, and recreate in Louisiana. Join me. All right, y'all, we are right here in the Honey Island Swamp, and I am with a good friend of mine, Jessica Gawley. She owns Honey Island Kayak Tours. Now, what can we expect to see as far as trees go out in this swamp?
Our main wetland trees are cypress and tupelo trees. There's a guy named Harvey Stern whose little pet project is going around Louisiana looking for the oldest legacy cypress in each parish. So we have parishes instead of counties.
Right.
And in order to fit the legacy status, the tree had to have been alive in 1803.
Which of course was a Louisiana purchase.
The time of the Louisiana purchase.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And y'all have two in this swamp.
So this big one behind us here, this is a cypress tree, and this one is about 700 years old.
So what type of wildlife can we expect to see out here in the swamp, Jess?
Alligators.
My favorite.
Snakes, sometimes raccoons, possums, armadillo, deer.
So Jessica, tell us why these types of swamps and this ecological system is so important for Louisiana. How does it benefit us?
Yeah, so our wetlands are basically our sponges for the amount of rain that we get. And they also work as buffers against hurricane storm surge. The science is something like every 2.5 square miles will cut the storm surge down by a foot.
Absolutely, and it provides food for the people who live here, right? They fish off these rivers and take care of their families that way.
Yeah, most people here do live off the land, fishing, hunting.
And they live off the water, which is what we're about to show you in the next scene. So follow us to the next stop. We're gonna go check out a houseboat on the Pearl River.
So this is our really fancy houseboat. It's fancy because it has road access, electricity, running water.
What are the rules around houseboats? How does that work? How do you get one? What do you do with it? Talk to me about the process.
Yeah, so you have to have written permission from the landowners to tie to their trees. So you can own the land that you're tied to yourself, or it could be a relative or something like that. So you can put a houseboat wherever you want. Not really any permits or regulations on it right now.
No taxes, no insurance, and I can live on a boat on the river.
Yes.
Sounds amazing to me. Talk to me about how we can be ambassadors of the Pearl River.
Yeah, so every September we host a major trash cleanup on the Pearl River, the Pearl River Clean Sweep hosted by Pearl River Keeper. So if you wanted to be a good steward, you can come out and help us clean the river.
Absolutely. So you guys clean in several stations from the top to the bottom, right?
Yeah, so we start in Jackson, Mississippi and clean all the way to the Gulf of Mexico.
Awesome. Well, Jessica, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm really hungry. I would love to get some crawfish. Would you like to join me?
Down for some crawfish.
Let's do it. Let's get some crawfish. All right, y'all, I'm here at Daily Catch Seafood with Steven, and he's gonna kind of talk to us about what he serves here at Daily Catch. So what do you guys have?
So, Daily Catch is owned by the Copfinger family.
Okay.
So we are commercial fishermen. We catfish commercially. Everything you see here, fish-wise, we caught and process ourselves. We boil everything in-house. We try to fish anything we can as far as our crabs, our own shrimp. We do have some crabbers and some local shrimpers that we do buy from. But most everything you see here, we're a tailored shop. We do everything in-house.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Anytime,
it. I appreciate
anytime.
it.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're gonna have some seafood. I'll catch you next time on the next episode of American Dream TV, Selling Louisiana.
Hello everyone. Today we are in the legendary Garden District in the city of New Orleans. Behind me is the iconic Commander's Palace restaurant. Across the street from Commander's Palace is Lafayette Cemetery number 1, one of the oldest cemeteries in the city. I want to speak today about the historic nature of our neighborhoods and the significance of our historic homes. I am Brett Rector, broker and owner of Witry Collective, and this is American Dream Television Selling New Orleans edition. In terms of a landmark, these steps and what remains of pillars are fairly insignificant, but they indicate the entrance to the front yard and garden of what was probably one of the most elegant and elaborate mansions ever built in the Garden District. Designed by the architect firm Gallagher, Turpin and Company, the home was constructed for James Robb, a wealthy businessman. The property was later acquired by wealthy merchant John Burnside in 1859. Mr. Burnside lived in the property until his death in 1881. Josephine Newcomb wanted to establish an institution for higher learning for women. In 1886, she acquired the property, and this became the home of Newcomb College. Newcomb College remained in this site for 27 years, at which time they moved uptown, and the Baptist Bible Institute acquired the property in 1918. They remained here until the early 1950s. The property was difficult to sell, and eventually the home was demolished in 1954. Mr. Robb also constructed 2 other properties on Washington Avenue, one at the corner of Washington and Camp Street, and the other directly behind me at the corner of Chestnut and Washington Avenue. It is the private residence of wonderful people who have been so gracious to let us conduct an interview with Danielle DeSalle, Executive Director of the Preservation Resource Center. Let's go and meet Danielle and have a conversation with her. I'd like to introduce everyone to my good friend and Executive Director of the Preservation Resource Center, New Orleans, also known as the PRC. Everyone, please say hello to Danielle DeSalle.
Thank you so much for having me, Brett. This is so exciting.
There seems to have been a trend in recent years by developers to demolish some of our historic homes. And the PRC has been very instrumental in putting proposals and regulations into place to prevent some of that activity.
Yes.
Can you tell our viewers a bit about those efforts the PRC has made and the end results?
Absolutely. You know, preservationists are often victims of their own success. When we work to revitalize neighborhoods that have been disinvested for years, we are suddenly making the area more attractive to homeowners. Property values go up. Then all of a sudden, properties that people didn't want to touch before become very valuable. When that happens, we often see the loss of smaller historic buildings. Noticing that this trend of demolition and replacement of smaller homes with bigger modern homes was really just sweeping across a few neighborhoods in the city, the PRC worked to introduce legislation last year to further fine developers for illegally demolishing structures. What we found was that a lot of developers, they just weren't asking the city permission because the maximum fine is $10,000. So we decided that if we could work with state lawmakers to introduce fines that really actually would hurt developers, that would prevent demolitions.
That concludes my episode today. I thank Danielle for joining us. Thank you, viewers, for joining us. I'm Brett Rector, broker, owner of Witchery Collective, and this has been American Dream Television, Selling New Orleans Edition. See you next time.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show, produced from America's finest city, but shot in the heart of your neighborhoods. Don't forget positive media when the world really needs it. Follow us on social media at The American Dream TV. See you next time. In the meantime, cheers to your American dream.